Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about Faruzan. I just pulled her, I've only got one copy off of the current Wanderer banner. And I thought I'd do this quick video, because this isn't any means how to build or what she's good at or anything, but this is a team, I guess more of a team comp I'm enjoying her with and what I'm going to build her for and how I'm going to build her. So if it inspires you, leave a like and all the rest of it, and if you're new, subscribe, thank you very much. What actually happened for me is my account's turned around a little bit this last week or so. I've got a Jadewing Spear for raid. That's pretty nice for me as an upgrade. But I previously had a stringless. I had one stringless that I didn't add. My official's already got one anyway. But I had another one, and then I pulled Faruzan just after getting a few Goro constellations, which was quite annoying. And actually, she came with another stringless. So I've given her that. I did temptingly give her, say, the sacrificial, or the other one was to swap her with Goro's bow. And I'd actually like to put Goro on one of these slingshots, or this this sharpshooter's oath. But anyway, I've had a bit look at her kit and what's best. There's a few contradicting sort of opinions. Some people say you want this very iridescent set, or Venera. I don't know how you say that. So it's a tongue twister for me. But this set, or you want to mix it, say, with an attack piece set, which is how Hoyo built her. This is a set I previously had spare, and I think I initially was going to give it to, say, Heizo, but this is hopefully what I'm going to run with. We've just got some crit damage, elemental mastery. This is not built. I'm working on this, and I'm going to be working on this the next week. Building her up to, say, my other levels, so about 15. I'll go up to here, and I'll take this up to, like, say, 9. This will go up to 12, which is a few more ranks on that. And the Anemo damage here, this is energy recharge. None of the substats are that great, but we'll run with it until I maybe get something a bit better. But I'm not going to... This is sufficient for me for now. And then we've got a Nemo damage, which is nice. I was building that initially for Heizo, as I said. I'm also currently building Dory for when Yao Yao comes out. I want to put them in the team together. But yeah, and I've got a crit rate piece here with I've got some other 4-star pieces like crit damage, but the substats are kind of hit and miss, so I'm going to run with this one. Either the substats aren't very good. I've got an attack piece there. I'm not too sure if that would be better. Her skills does seem to scale on attack, but the big thing for me is that she's essentially played like Kujo Sara, which is I found quite a lot of fun. Since I've been enjoying Sara in, say, my Raiden team, and my Raiden team is pretty straightforward. It's one of my strongest teams in the game. Let's go through a full cycle. Where basically I'm used to now putting down, say, Sara's skill into my rotations, and I think if you're used to that, if you're used to a, say, Kujo Sara, or even it might go the other way, you get used to Faruzan, you might like Kujo Sara, because they're basically the same sort of style of character, and the way they are buffing your team. They're both archers. They have to do a charge shot on their skill. And generally, I'd almost say quite a low investment support character that can really enable you to do a lot more damage. So that's what I've generally been doing. I sat here for quite a while to think of a team that I could put together that he would even... Because I wanted her, I think she looked great, but I didn't really have a team in mind that would work really well. This team, even though it's slightly scuffed, as I've shown in my artifacts, is actually a lot of fun. I can show Barbara. I've got other videos showing my Barbara. She's kind of got the sacrificial fragments, and she's kind of an EM build, with her main goblet being an EM, but then we've got crit rate, which has been updated since the video, and we've got an attack sans, which has been updated since the video. But both of these have landed almost like the perfect substats for Barbara, like energy recharge, EM, HP, and this is the same thing, EM. It's like they both were basically pulled for her, so I was quite happy to that one. Even though on that video, I believe I had crit damage, and I had energy recharge, and she was still fine. She was still absolutely fine. The rest of them have stayed absolutely the same. We got a pretty crazy feather piece with 21 crit damage on that. But have been enjoying my Ian Barber for bloom reactions with the Gilded Dreams set. I was initially going to change it, but upon further looking at the new set, I will possibly have a look at it down the line. But nothing too special there. And my officials always been sort of medium built. The substats on these are quite frankly terrible. So you say nothing strong, too strong going on here. This isn't quite, I would argue, a boss killing team yet, but I think if I was to heavily invest into say Faruzan and even my official, I'm sure they would have no problem clearing some bosses. But the big thing that was turned around my account, and I appreciate that not many people can do, is I actually got the 1,000 floating dreams, and that's kind of what opened up me doing Barbara. So it's extremely kind of niche, and I doubt there's many people. Sucrose has got this weapon. Now, is it really that much better than the sacrificial fragments? I would say possibly not, really. I haven't noticed that much of a difference. She definitely hits harder. And I think the way she's buffing your team with more EM is nice, but in terms of like rotations, I would actually argue the sacrificial fragments is a lot better for it. Nah, whatever. Now I wanted to swap Sucrose off of to like a Veneer Videscent, whatever say it's called, but for all intents and reasons, this has been quite a nice set for her, and I've kind of left it. It's because of the way I just have to remember to use charge attacks now and then with her, and that's fine. Treat her a bit like Yan Fei. But we got a lot of crit rate and crit damage on Sucrose. Maybe I should just go over the attributes, that would be easier. But again, she's one of my most invested characters. She's like the only one that's got this level 20, and that was intentional to try and stack as much EM on her as possible. And this was only since I gave her the 5-star weapon as well, to try and sort of pick up the pace. Obviously, you could do with a bit of a better EM piece. I actually might have had a new one. Maybe not. I thought I got a new one. Maybe not. It might have been a 4-star, maybe. Oh, no, I don't know. But yeah, basically, this has taken quite a while. This is like the sets I've had all over since I've been playing the game since the start of last year. So, or this last year, started in this January. But for what it is, this works really well, and I just wanted to demonstrate this team. I can't really think of at the minute. Maybe when I build it, I'll do some other team ideas. But what I've been doing is opening with Fischl, going in the Barber a bit, and then just trying to do constant swirls. And the nice thing is that she's got a cooldown reduction with this team, so we can just kind of spam her skill, which is nice. Now, I'm not saying this team is going to be the most ideal thing to fight for her, and we're not doing that much damage. But I say the way she's like basically essentially like Cujo Sara. Let's kick her rolling. I just ignore these things when they're in that state and just end up.
Dare to mess with me?
And so I wanted to actually do this because it's like if she's this powerful now in this kind of scuffed team, then I think she's going to be really good when I've got her built, which will be in a few days' time. We've got some pirates, so I'm going to leave those. So I want to just do a few groups of enemies, and I'm pretty sure we'll have some down here, and I'll leave the video there. Do feel appreciated I got it, and I managed to snipe Layla off of the previous banner as well. I was quite happy about that. But just the style of it, I can imagine it's probably a little bit more of a tricky character to use, particularly if you're on mobile, having to sort of stop, do the charge shot, and I would recommend doing what I'm doing and putting the charge shot on the floor. I've started to do that with Sara. I initially, because I was used to like Amber, I was initially trying to just hit people with the skill shot, but honestly, you're generally better to... There we go, we'll finish up with these guys up here. You're generally better to aim it at the floor, particularly with this style of character. No, I should have opened with Fischl, but it's okay. Now, I'm sure there's some other pyro teams you can mix her in. This is one of those teams that's going to work for me because it's very unique. I've already got a solid freeze team of, say, Sucrose and Dana, and I've already got a great team of some Jean and Seiyu, so there's not too many areas I could really fit Faruzan in, and I was surprised that this has actually been quite a lot of fun. I've just been playing for the last few hours with this. Just collecting the flowers for her, that's what I've been doing. And so it's going to be a little while until I get her the level I want to be. But seems another nice low investment character. This guy's some special Andy, isn't he?
Lord of Sand.
He's not getting stunned or whatever.
Ready, steady.
Yeah, he summons like an alligator or something sus, doesn't he?
Dare to mess with me?
Yeah, a bit weird.
Midnight fantastic Anemo tech 6308. Yeah. Too late suffer regret. Wretched dastard!
See, she's not that built, so she might be susceptible to being killed there, but we should be okay. It's pretty good crowd control here.
Ears of the storm.
So it's a nice team.
Slumber.
Probably got a few energy issues, really, with this team. None of them got an energy weapon, and I don't think many of them got an energy sand. So the only one that's really got energy is Faruzan. So that's probably on me. I think if you would probably want to give them a bit more energy recharge. But anyway, I'll leave the video there. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.